Dear friends, last lecture we have seen what is GSM and GSM uh, specification. In this lecture, we will see GSM uh, services and GSM architecture. Just revise once again. As I said, formerly it was Group Special Mobile. Now it is Global System for Mobile Communication. The standards which we follow, European standard, what we call is ETSI, European Telecommunication Standard Institute. Seamless roaming within Europe possible. There are many operators that are providing GSM services. Basic services, which is including voice services, data services, short message services. As I am talking about GSM system, which is second generation. Presently, we are using third generation and the fourth generation cell phones. So these were the services that you people might have used in the second generation. Additional services were like emergency numbering and group 3 facts, supplementary services like identification, forwarding of call numbers, suppression of call forwarding, automatic callback. Basic services will understand in that, as I said in the last lecture, voice services, speech coding with protection, full rate which is 13 kbps and half rate that is 5.6 kbps. The enhanced coder that are used, enhanced half rate coder and enhanced full rate coder, that are the codec that is used for this service. If it is related to data services, its full rate is 9.6, half rate is 4.8, and it is in the subsequent data rates 4.8, 2.4 kbps. Enhanced data services like GPRS, General Packet Radio Services. Various rates can be adopted into it. Typically, it is 53.6 kbps. Let us enter towards the architecture, GSM architecture, which most of the time is called PLMN, Public Land Mobile Network, because landline network was already established and then it is taken over by mobile network. So it is this architecture, it consists of three basic parts: RSS, NSS and OSS, radio subsystem, network subsystem and operation subsystem. If you'll understand here in the architecture, this green part, this is one cell, another cell. So number of cells can be there. As it is a cellular network, we can say larger area can be divided into the small cells. One cell, it consists of BTS, base trans receive system, and that is really providing service to all mobile stations. So mobile station means it is cell phone. So number of mobile stations can be serviced by one BTS. So every cell site need to have one BTS, and all such or number of such BTS can be controlled by its higher level, which we call BCS, which is nothing but base station controller. So again, such number of base station controllers can be there, that will taken care by again its higher level called MSC, Mobile Switching Center, that comes under NSS. So NSS, it has again certain blocks into it, and OSS again few blocks can be added into it. We will see that part once again in detail. So understanding the GSM architecture, the end user or subscriber or real mobile phone is only interacting directly with base trans receive system and not with its higher level hierarchy. Let us understand each block separately. Under the GSM architecture, when we talk about RSS, it consists of mobile station, base trans receive system and base station controller, which is shown over here. So number of BTS that can be controlled by one BSC, and one BTS, it can have number of mobile stations into it. Under the network subsystem, as we have seen, it consists of MSC, HLR, VLR, we can have GMSC. Let us understand its full form. MSC is mobile switching center, which managing all kind of connection. HLR is home location register. VLR is visitor location register, and GMSC is gateway MSC. So basically HLR, it carries all the fundamental information about the subscriber as well as the tariff which any one subscriber that can have with the service provider. All fundamental details will be added, or it can be incorporated into the HLR. Visitor location registry means whenever you move from your home location to any new location, maybe new cell site or maybe new area, that can be under the particular MSC or beyond the MSC even. VLR will going to update your present location. So HLR and VLR combinedly it is supporting to mobile switching center. Gateway MSC it's supporting in terms of OSI model all the 7 layers: presentation, session, network, transport, data link, and physical layer. So all the 7 layer, whether any kind of operating system can be there, that can be supported by GMSC. So one network to another network that can be supported by GMSC, gateway MSC. So you can observe here any landline network, any other operator network that can be supported by GMSC. So through the GMSC, any operator you can enter, or any operator can enter into your network. Operation subsystem, it includes OMC, operation and management, which is controlling the radio and the network subsystem. AUC, which is nothing but authentication center. EIR, which is nothing but equipment identity register. So these are again all operation subsystem components. So network management, that can be handled by OMC, like the health of BTS, BSC and MSC, that can be monitored closely by OMC. Other than that, if there are any kind of emergency or failure that can be observed, and it can be immediately informed to the maintenance engineer through this network. AUC is authentication center. Whenever you are entering newly into the network, authentication needs to carry out. You might have realized whenever your cell phone is switched off condition and trying to enter into the on condition, it will take certain time. So it is verifying whether you are authenticate user of that network or not. So authentication need to carry it out, which will be done by AUC. EIR is carrying all the hardware numbering. Hardware in the sense mobile station IMEI number can be registered into equipment identity. So kind of a database of all the hardware, it is there into EIR. Understanding the GSM architecture with its interfaces, one can show it like this. Radio subsystem, there is an interface between mobile station and BTS. So the standard interface that is used is called UM interface. Interface between BTS and BSC is ABs. Bs means second version. BSC to MSC, it is labeled with A standard. There are different database that can be supported with interface called SS7, Signal System 7, which is supporting, which is managing the database like HLR, VLR, GMSC and MSC. Then another fixed partner that are shown over here like ISDN network, PSTN network, integrated service digital network, public switch telephone network, and other telephone networks. Different operators can be there, they can have their own networks. The voice transcoding and rate adaptation, this kind of TRAU can be required in some of the cases. BTS, it is supporting 13 kbps air interface. MSC is supporting 64 kbps. So there are the different data rate that is going to interface in between BTS, BSC and MSC. So the TRAU unit is managing the data rate. If it is near to BTS, so TRAU is managing 13 kbps with 64 kbps. When it is near to BSC, it is again managing the 16 kbps coming from BTS, which is landing to BSC and again converting into 64 kbps and so on. Mobile addresses like IMSI number, international mobile subscriber identity. can be TMSI, temporary mobile subscriber identity, and MSRN, mobile station roaming number. So there are different numbering system that can be used while handling the mobile station. SIM is nothing but subscriber identity module. SIM, it stores different users location address like IMSI, TMSI, location area identification. It supports authentication and encryption mechanism, which I have said about authentication verification. It also consists of personal data like RAM and other information can be stored into it. Mobile switching center, as I said, it need to have SS7 signaling system, the switching of 64 kbps channel, paging and call forwarding, mobility specific signaling, location registration and forwarding of location information, and many things. So it incorporates basically switching and billing section. All the above related things in detail that are mentioned here under HLR, home location registry, VLR, visitor location registry, and AUC as well as EIR. So EIR basically it can have three fundamental lists: white list, black list, and gray list. White list, it consists, or it allows all those number which are not having any kind of restriction or not having any kind of difficulty in service. Gray list, there can be possible problems with the end user that can be listed into the gray list. Black list, all those mobile station, those are locked, rather we can say stolen, or those are misplaced, that can be registered into EIR. So it will be very easy to identify where these hardwares, if it is entering once again after the switched off, after the stolen position into the new operating position, it can be easily identified. This is all about the GSM architecture. In detail, once again, we will see in the next session.